Hello YouTube and welcome back to the Nitro Addiction. How's everybody doing today? There's my lovely, beautiful baby doll. How you doing, mama? Yeah, good old YouTube. Took me 4 tries to get this picture to come in right. It was all scrunched up like it was wanting me to do it in upright. And I said no. How's everybody doing? Let me get the old computer fired up. Come on. Nothing wants to work right with YouTube. No, stupid. Man, I don't know what is going on tonight. Sorry, I'm trying to get things straightened out here on the computer. It's like it's trying to show me 2 different lives. Here we go, we're getting closer. Alright, there we go. Now we're in the right deal. Alright, sorry about that, everybody. Sorry I said hello to Mama. There's Travis. What's up? AJ Schumacher is out in first place. Yes! Hell yeah. That's freaking awesome. Yes, I'm excited. I'm coming home in a week and a couple of days too, baby doll. Oh, and the e-buggy? Hell yeah, Travis. That's cool. TK18, what's up? RPM's in the house. Hello, sir. What you been up to, brother? Corey's back. What's up, my guy? Steve's in the house. What's up? Nitro Pimp's in the house. What's going on, brother? Hell yeah. Well, congratulations to AJ. Hope he holds on to it. I mean, I don't have any stake in the game other than the fact that I kind of know him. I like to see them all be successful, but all right. So kind of got our color scheme going here. Probably won't use all these. Just kind of, it's gonna be a mixture of some colors. I got Offno's favorite color right there. He loves the pink. He even told me so. Damn, I got too quick. What's up, Grizzly? How you doing? Welcome to the show, brother. Damn, Corey's been on a 3-month strike and it's finally over. Well, hell yeah. Who's been fixing all that equipment while you guys have been on strike? Alright. So let's get started. So the main thing I'm going to start doing right now is masking everything behind the front set, because the front set's going to be the first paint. And I don't want it all to fade into each other. I don't think so anyways. stick tape stick. Hope everybody's having a good day. It's like 112 here at the moment. So I'd much rather be in here painting bodies than out there. Or at least getting the body ready, and I'm gonna have to go out there to paint, but body masking are starting to get serious. A little bit. Okay, then what's going on? How you doing, brother? Did you buy the masking tape that with? Yeah, it's 6mm. I was wanting something smaller, but that was all they had. Did I miss a spot? I'll go back and get it. Who are usual boy? Band temp 98 degrees. Schumacher won his heat and so far has top qualify. Sweet. Yeah, he's a really good driver. He's been doing it for a long time, so. And I think it'd be pretty cool. You know, if he wins nationals, or you know, at least does well. You know, I can say I got me a pro, giving me some pointers. This is one of the more difficult maskings that I've ever done, just because of all these zigzags. And basically, I want to, and I don't know, it might have been easier in the end to do, like to keep them separated. But probably what I should have done. Oh well. It'll be easy enough to trim out what I need just using the masking tape. And you guys that are new to this, make sure you're doing at least 3. I always like to do 4 and 5 coats of this. Because the thicker it is, the easier it is to peel off. You go too thin, you spend days trying to scrub it off. But sometimes it takes so long to get through it by the time you're done with the first full coat. The beginning of it's ready for the second. If you do get the masking on the side you're trying to paint, it's not the end of the world. Just gotta make sure you get it off. And if you do use a dryer on this, don't bake it on there. You just want to hit it a little bit to help speed up the drying process. Some people don't like heating it up at all. Now the really good ones, they'll just coat the whole thing and then cut it out. Let that dry a little bit. Got big boys' toys in the house. What's up, brother? Do the Lord draw a line on the outside, cut the liquid mask. Yeah, and I've tried that. I'm gonna try it again, but at the moment I'm not very good at it. Must be Polish. I put the tape on the outside and trim the mask with a knife on the inside. I mean, yeah, some people do. I actually did try that. I'm not very good at it. What are you putting on that body? What am I putting on it? Liquid mask. It's like liquid tape, basically. How many coats of that will you apply the liquid mask? I don't know, you might have said this, you might have asked that while I was saying, I do at least 4 to 5. Because like I said, if you go too thin, you can't peel it off. What's your favorite 98-degree song? Yep, don't have one. I bet K&M does. You know, between all the boy bands of that era, I couldn't tell you who sung which song. I don't even remember the names of the songs, but I remember them coming on the radio. Never knew who was singing what. Best way that I've seen liquid mask used is with the airbrush, about 3 to 4 coats. Yeah, and I mean, some people do it. I don't have an airbrush. Some of them even use like a bigger paint gun. But yeah, we'll just do everything simple. So this stuff's pretty cool though. It's you know, water soluble, so as it dries it will harden and make your bristles like stiff, And then once you just break it loose, it's fine again. And then usually when I'm done for the night, I'll rinse it out with soap and water, and it's always soft. I've used this brush on probably 20 different bodies. So there's the first phase. Let me get my heat gun. I love to try the liquid mask. That is, seems like it works great. It does, but you know, like if you're coating the whole thing and then you're cutting it out. I mean, even if I'm following design, I get real shaky, and I've never been much of a drawer. That's why I'm using the masking tape to make my lines. But so this here's a number 11 blade, and there's some videos out there of people that are real good at doing this stuff, and I'm just going off of their tips. It said it uses a number 16, which the blade, it comes out this way and then angles back, so you can use that edge to draw your lines, and it works better. But you know, you gotta have some kind of artistic, whatever in you, and I don't have any. I never know what I like beforehand to like really try to do it. I always, like when I see something that I like, and I'll know it's good, but like trying to come up with a scheme myself, I'm not very good at it. New Kids on the Block, Boys to Men, Backstreet Boys. Well, Boys to Men was a little bit different. That was, I know it was a boy band, but that was more R&B. I think of R&B and boy band music being two different things, but I don't know. The wife loves it. She could tell you all about it. RPM says, what? The buddy's going to be sick. Thank you, sir. I hope so. Sometimes I have issues with when you go to peel it, like peel the wrong thing. That makes it kind of a pain in the ass. So if I can just stay steady on it and do it right, I think it'll turn out pretty good. Might be a little bit of, get a little bit of like second color bleed in those gaps around the windows, but I guess I could try to go over them with some liquid mask. Just gotta be careful when you're peeling liquid mask off, because it'll peel off the window decals as well. Now, some people are really good at it. I'm not. I'm pretty good at or decent at, stencil work. But if I actually have to draw the shape myself and cut it out, that's usually where I mess up. There we go. That ought to keep it from bleeding through. Try your tips, Nitro. I still need to paint that body I got when you were still here in Omaha. I mean, I don't have a lot of tips. You know, I do what other people do. I don't want to take their credit, but I don't know. I don't know. I always seem to have, you know, my paint chips. It bleeds. You know, when I cut out lines, I score the body. Like, don't do the things I do. But no, I mean that. You know, when you're applying the mask, it's got to go thick. When you're applying the paint, you want to start out real thin so it doesn't run. There, those are good tips. But I do have another body that's completely masked. I just need to get a design on it and then try to get a good cutout. Some of these angles and creases in the body, the tape doesn't like to stick very well. Yeah, this is the way I did the last one, the green and orange with the purple and I guess it was yellow in the back. Yeah, green, orange, and yellow with the purple stripe and the purple stars in the back. I did it the same way. And some people worry about the thickness of the coats, and they want them all to be like even, you know, when they're cutting them out so they can feel. I haven't reached that level yet. I'm still on amateur level here. I'm putting it on pretty thick, so I think that there's the third coat that I've put on. They say you're supposed to like let it completely dry in between. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. As long as it's dry before you start to like try to pull it off, should be good to go. And probably what'll end up happening is instead of trying to risk cutting it, I'll probably just peel it. Most of it'll come off, and then I'll do another deal before I paint like the rest of it. Wonder Bread, what's up? Grandma's in the house. How's Grandma doing today? Doing good tonight, Nitro or Wonder Bread. Doing good, brother. Appreciate you. Nice, big boys. Hit the 200 sub mark. Anybody with a wrench can throw Big Boy's channel up. Make sure everybody's got access to it. Grandma, you just throwing names out there? Is Lotus in here? I didn't see Lotus. I think Grandma's just throwing names out there. That's all right. Hi, Rooster. Who's Rooster? Oh, who's Jonathan? Thank you, Wonder Bread. So the prep work looks good. I'm looking forward to this paint job. Yeah, me too, brother. My head is not in the right place, says Grandma. Just pulling names out of her butt. Yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully I don't get in a rush, but like I have an idea of what I want the front of this to look like, and then beyond that, I've got some ideas, but some of it's just gonna, I don't know, just gonna come as we're going. Don't be sorry, Grandma. Nothing to be sorry about. I was just curious. I didn't see the people in here. I thought maybe you were seeing something I wasn't. Yeah, it was someplace else for a second. That's all good. How's old Hugh doing? And of course, sometimes you end up these little puddles. Always try to thin it out a little bit. I mean, when it dries, you got a really thick layer, but it can take a while to dry too. Yes, my goal is to at least get the first, like the front of this painted, just to kind of give you guys a visual of what I'm doing. But if it don't dry fast enough, then we'll have to wait. Travis says, is it better not to cut the body out first before you paint? That's kind of one of those debates that either way works. Some people have their reasonings for doing it. Some people have their reasonings for not doing it. So, I mean, there's multiple reasons to keep it. It gives you a base. It sits nice and flat. When you're doing your design, you can take it down to your line. You can run it past. You know, and it's just, you don't have to necessarily worry about the edge of it being all janked up because it's right at the edge of it. I know we talked about this the other day. Some people have experienced, some haven't. I did that on my first body, and from cutting it out, it peeled up some of the outer protecting cellophane, and then I got overspray, so I have spray on the outside of the body. Some people have issues with it, some people don't. There's multiple reasons for it and against it. Some people like to have it already cut out so that they don't chip the paint as they're cutting it out. My experience is I chip it very little, that it doesn't usually have that much of an effect on it. But I don't know, just everybody has their own way of doing it. Well, not too many cut it out, score it with a knife and break it either. I've seen a couple videos on it. But you know, a lot of people use scissors and go all the way around it. So it's a lot of it's just preference. But you know, if you've got it all cut out, you know, it'll probably sit flat. Then the way I beat things up and throw it around, I'd probably end up damaging the edge of it. You know, but it's gonna be all flimsy. It's harder to get in there and like cut out designs and whatever. You know, and some people say that, you know, you waste a lot of material with your masking, your paint, whatever the case is. I mean, it's overspray, it's gonna go anyways. So if you're trying to like hit the sides of it, you got all this here cut down, then all your overspray is going out. This keeps things a little cleaner. There's so many ways for it and against it. It doesn't really matter. It's whatever works for you. And there's a lot of controversy over it. Gonna do more break-in tanks on the 833 engine. My NM Sprint today, or Spirit. Hell yes. What's going on, Lotus? I knew he's gonna be here soon. Grandma was saying your name. Just thought you was already here. Yeah, you got shot up for it. Yep. It was a pre-greeting. You're a popular guy. What's going on, brother? But yeah, I know it looks kind of funny with all this stuff here in the windshield, but I didn't cut it down. And that's one thing that you can do with this is, you can bring your design down into your windshield. I see a lot of people doing that, and I may even try that at some point. But I don't know. Or like cut this part off of it so you have a windshield, but then do your tips down here, and this will bleed down into the windshield. I see a lot of people doing that stuff. It's pretty neat. I haven't done anything like that yet where it bleeds into the windshield and it's visible. I think it looks cool. I just haven't done it. It's fair music here earlier. What's going on, Vic? Grand Pedo Vic, Mr. Hugh himself. What's up, brother? Was watching Metal Art Customs to see if I caught the Genesis burnout I did this weekend. Did they get you? Apparently not. I'm gonna turn the air. It's getting warm in here. This is actually drying pretty quick. Well, off there, I probably got enough on here that it's gonna peel pretty easy, but I better do at least do one more, because that should be a good 3 coats. Fourth one, we shouldn't have any problems peeling it. I don't know if you guys have ever had trouble peeling liquid mask before. It is not fun when it does not come off. I mean, I've had it take me I bet it took an extra 3 or 4 hours, if not longer, just because it would not peel. It was like crumbling off, and some of it I had to scrape off with the Scotch-Brite. But yeah, I know that sounds like a really long time, but man, I sit there and had to pick at it for hours and scrub it and all kinds of stupid shit. Definitely not fun. Sorry I'm being so quiet. Just trying to make sure I don't make any mistakes. I think now once this layer's dry, she's gonna be ready to peel. JW's in the house. What's up, brother? Big boys up. Did I accidentally throw out the F-bomb? Try to keep it kid friendly. Glad you found someone's working for you, big boys. I hear good things about Lyrica. That was about 112 here today. Kind of one of those miserable days. I think it's supposed to be like 113 on Sunday when I want to go to the track. Got to plug my computer in, we almost lost it. What color are you using on that body? Kind of a mixture. I have an idea of like probably 3 of these colors, and the others I'm still trying to debate. So like those 3 are a given. I think that one. possibly that one. And I don't know if I'm gonna put the purple in it or not. But it's gonna be like a nice little mixture. And I've seen some pretty cool looking bodies if you like Google, racing paint schemes or RC body paint schemes, stuff like that. There's a lot of different cool schemes on there, and I mean, some of it they're using the airbrush, and it's hard to achieve with rattle can. But I can get some of the just some of the fades, kind of like I did on that other one. I think you guys saw this other one. Maybe some of you didn't, but how I got that faded orange and then into the yellow. The only thing I don't like about this one is how much green there is. I wish I would have broke this down a little bit, like made this back section smaller and then put a front section in it, or even slid this forward so it wasn't quite so much green. I mean, I like it. I think it's all right, but I think it's just too much green. But so it's going to be something similar. My 87 didn't seem so bad. No. Oh no, it's freaking hot here today. It's 1:15 at work today. Well, yeah, but you work in a rubber plant where the cooker's always on. Does the heat come with the humidity? Like here in Phoenix, no, there is no humidity. I mean, when it rains, there's a little bit, and in the monsoon season, you get some. But for the most part, it's just dry. This is I'm not looking forward to July. Yeah, 126, 128. Blech. That's nasty. Is that pink? Yeah, that's your favorite color right there, brother. It's actually fluorescent pink. Like I said, I'm still contemplating. The only three I know for sure are those three. And I even have a couple more colors over there that aren't in this mix. Still just trying to feel it out. No purple. I mean, I do have some purple. It's right here. I also have that other purple. So this is the metallic purple that we were putting on the Savage bodies. And then I have the purple that, like that darker purple that's on the other body. Oh, thank you, Grandma. How do you know about the monsoon season? You've been there 30 seconds. So growing up, I come out here a lot to visit my dad, or not a lot, but a few times. And I was here back in 2020. So I've experienced it out here a little bit. This isn't my first rodeo. Besides that, Hugh, I do research. I want to know where I'm going. Like, I knew it got down to negative 65 before I went to Minot. I knew it was windy up there. When it sent me down to Houston, I knew it was going to be 86 in February and humid. Mark Nugent, what's up? Okay, you're a tourist. Yeah. I don't like going into anything blind. Is the TS Tamiya paint for the Tamiya RC bodies? No, I think TS is for the plastic. It's got to say PS, and it's got to say for polycarbonate, or it does not work on these bodies. It'll flake off real easy. So make sure it says PS and polycarbonate. Oh man, I just seen it on the computer. That didn't even come in blurry. It didn't even come in clear. That's right, research. Yep. Change the PS28 for the PS8. You don't like the neon green? You want the light green? I don't know, man. I've seen some pretty cool shit with the neon green. I mean, I was even planning on doing both of them. But Grandma doesn't like the neon green. It's like all these higher 20s numbers are the fluorescent. 24, 27, 28, 29. Metallic is 18. Regular is 8. And like your lower numbers are like the white, black, red, green. Hugh says he likes the neon green. Oh yeah, I got plans for it. That neon will make it pop. Yep. Yeah, I got some cool thoughts in my head from some things that I've seen. So I'm hoping that it works out. We'll see. It's just, my only problem is trying to, like, blend them together and not put the wrong color next to each other. You know what I mean? Like, something like that in that order. Maybe with the light green. I don't know. It'd be nice with both green. I had thoughts of it. TS is for hard plastic model bodies. Yep. I think PS is for what TNA is pointing. Yeah, so polycarbonate, that's these Lexan bodies. If it does not say polycarbonate, no matter what brand it is, it's not going to stick to this. This PS polycarbonate paint, it actually like melts to the Lexan. So I also take my glasses off when I do it because it's not like regular paint. You can't just chip it off. Like it'll melt into the plastic. Do you have any scrap Lexan around? Not really. I mean, I got some unpainted bodies, but not for testing. So if you're just talking like color combos, like I've seen some combinations of some stuff that that I like. It's gonna be bright, like everybody. I think somebody was saying last night. These colors are, some of these colors are kind of bright, but I'm getting old. It's hard to see across that track. So the more help I can get. Cutouts from last week's. Well, no, they're all painted because they all get, overspray, and I've already taken the trash out. I don't let that stuff sit around. I heard if you paint with regular rattle can, back it with PS, it could be fun. What do you think about that? So, two things with that. One, I'm not 100% sure because I've never tried it. Two, there's two things to this PS paint. One, like I said, it like literally melts into the plastic, which it still chips. You can still remove it with like nitro fuel, but it will like blend itself into the plastic and make it hard to come off. Two, this stuff is flexible. It's made for the flexible polycarbonate or Lexan. Even if you put this on the outside of an inner paint, if that paint's not flexible, it's gonna crack in there and you're gonna see it. So I've never tried it, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just going by what the experts say. Are the bodies expensive out there? So it's roughly the same as buying it online. I think online you find them for like $35, $37, and that's free shipping. And then here, I think I picked this up for like $32. So, I mean, yeah, they're pricey, but not as expensive as some bodies. Note my Ford GT body is regular. Paint can confirm. Have to touch it up every time I run it. Paint chips off. Yeah, I mean, regular paint is not flexible, not meant for this. And same thing with your car paint. So like the paint on our cars and the clear coat has to be a flexible paint like this, because out in the heat and the cold and the driving, your car flexes, the chassis flexes, the body panels flex. If the paint's not flexible, it'll chip. Same thing. Some of those like regular rattle cans, like what you're talking about, you spray it on a stationary object that's not going to move. There's no flexing in it. So you need to buy things, paints, whatever, things specific to what you're doing, because they're engineered differently. Especially these days, there's so much technology that goes into all, like, everything. I mean, the technology in these newer bodies with the airflow, the way they sit, the way they ride, everything about them. They put technology in freaking everything, and that includes the paint. Like with cars, they're made to withstand extreme heat, extreme cold. They're flexible. The clear coat's meant to withstand like some rock encounters to help keep it from chipping. So I need one for the truck, and I would like you to paint it for me. Oh, okay. I can do that. So if you want, I tell you what, you wouldn't even have to waste time sending me one. I have one here that's the same as the body that I sent you. Are you wanting something different or the same body, or what do you want? Worst part is it was a phenomenal paint job. Yeah, I know. I hate that. Too expensive, but it was the only company that had the bodies available. Just ordered a Susan Serpent body for $68. Damn, I've never tried to order body for the Serpent. These Technos, especially being that this is like the newest model, you can find these all over eBay. I mean, everywhere. Every time I go to the hobby store, they have 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. They're plentiful. So it's another reason for like what I'm doing. You go with the newer models. This stuff is more readily available, and a lot of times that means it's cheaper. With P29 and P8. So P8, P29. Oh, you want something like that? If that's what you want, we can do that. What kind of scheme do you want? Or theme, or whatever? Do you want it to fade? Do you want one solid and then one's part of like the hood scoop and the bed? Like how your truck body now is blue and black? I mean, tell me how you want. Oh, and white? Okay. She wants to shelf the body you sent her. She doesn't want to scratch it. No, I hear you. Not P8, P18. Ooh, that'll be pretty. Yeah, and then how do you want it set up? I didn't realize there was glare on that. Can you see that now? Such a long delay in the computer. I can barely see it. And white. Okay. Do you have any ideas as to what you want? You want me to surprise you? I'll leave that to you. Gotcha. Do you want me to do it on a live and you see it, or do you want me to like surprise you and send it to you? But I don't really care either way. It's whatever works for you. I think something cool, like part of it being white with like pink splatter in it, and then like a fade into the purple or something. I think that'd be kind of neat. Still need a savage body. Surprise you? All right, well, I may still do it on the live, so you may just have to not watch. I'll give you a heads up. Don't watch. Or if you want to be surprised on here, Live or secret, doesn't matter. I got you. This is I need a Savage, period. We all need a Savage. Yeah, there's bodies all over eBay. For sure. Do it live? I will. Since I know a guy has 30. Alright, Grandma, we'll do. Addie's got 30? Nah. I got like 20-ish. I probably got a good dozen runners, like solid runners. And the rest of them need engines or electronics or something. But I have all the parts for about 20 to 24. Just let me get the ish. We can work something out. I've told you that before. I probably got another slider sitting around that I can hook you up with. How much? So I can use the money. So I can send you the money. It's gonna cost easy payments of. Oh shit. Usually those bodies shipped are like 40 to 50. Then make them an offer. Especially like with the Savage bodies, because the HPI Savage bodies are older, and basically it's just whatever stock is still out there. I don't know how much Savage is. I'm not even gonna say. Yes, you did, my friend. I need to play with my Kyosho. I'm stripping it way more before I purchase any more stuff. There you go. Yeah, we'll talk about it. But damn it. Yeah, we can figure something out for sure. I mean, they're not like ridiculously expensive, but you got to think for each can, like, and I'm not saying, you know, you got to give me a bunch of money for this. I don't mind doing things for you. You know, these fluorescents are like $10 a can. These metallics, some of these are like, I didn't see the price on this one. Some of these are like $10 to $14. The white itself is like $7. You know, the body itself's $50. So I mean, it gets pricey, and you know, the more colors you put in it, the more money you've just got sitting there. So, but yeah, we'll work something out. I'm not too terribly worried about it. But you're welcome. We'll do something real nice for you. I'll just have to think girly stuff instead of trying to make it look like man cool. I'll have to make it look woman cool. So even this here's like a metallic. I bet some flakes of this in the white and then like a fade into pink or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Does it have the plastic in it? Let's see, just picked up a new bag. Savage 21 SS body. Oh, nice. Yeah, paint costs quite a bit. Got a Savage 25 here, so Travis needs a little work. You can have it for $200 US. Because there's no more colors. Ain't cheap, right? Have plastic on it. What do you mean does it have plastic on it? On the body? That's just on the newer ones. Fourth tank this morning. Nice. Welcome back, JW. Appreciate you. It doesn't have to be girly. Well, it's whatever you want. The fade would be awesome. Okay. We're definitely going to come up with something. But hell, we get too damn crazy and fancy with her. She won't want to run it either. She'll be like, no, I don't want to tear that up. But I will make her something cool. HPI hanging bags. Yeah, good old bodies. Which body is it, pimp? I seen you said 21 and 25 or whatever, but like, did it have a specific tag on it, like a G1, G2? I think the G1s are like the old original 21 with the purple camouflage, purple and gray. And then the G2s might be like the blue and black. Not 100% sure, but pink and purple is good for the misses. Yep. He said, okay, a third one. So I have to look, it's purple. Oh, so it's already painted. If it's purple and it's like a stock, that's like the old school original 21. If I understand what you're saying. John, you have to watch my second to last video. I hit Nitro Gold. Okay. Yeah, I've been busy. I haven't been able to really pull up too many videos. But yes, we'll definitely check it out because I do like the old school Savage body, so that'd be cool to see. Come home from picking up a new desk for the RC room. Got it for free. Nice. Literal gold. Hell yeah. Yeah, I love those big old gold mine purchases where it's like, wow, you got all that for that? That's awesome. All right, Lotus, you party pooper. Have a good one, brother. Well, now that Lotus is gone, we can start throwing some paint on this guy. I paid up. The deal was pay the price for stuff you don't see new in box. Nice. What's the matter, Lotus? Are you saying you're pooped? Yeah, I'm gonna start prepping these colors. Lotus, you're gonna miss me shaking my cans. Bitch body's over here, and she'll be like there, too pretty to scratch, and I'll be back to clear. She can. Well, we can pick a solid color and paint one solid. You know, they don't all have to be fancy. Let me get a few things ready here real quick. Pigeons are horrible around here. I got pigeon shit all over the balcony. Or because it's a patio. All right. Has it dried? For the most part it is dry, but then that really thick white stuff, I mean, if I waited till morning it'd be completely clear. And I don't really plan on doing any peeling of it tonight, so I'm not too worried about if it's still a little wet. But most of the thick, wetter stuff's back in the back, and I'm gonna focus on the front. So, I mean, it's mostly dried. Like, if you're gonna peel it right away, you know, you want it to be dry. And like, once the paint covers it up, you'll still see like the white, unless you're spraying white. So you'll be able to tell whenever it's dry and ready to peel up. Have a great night, big boys. Appreciate you, brother. Let's see, 100%, so the phone shouldn't die. Let me get things ready. I'm not going to take the table over there. I guess I am. I should. It's a mess. I had to move things around so I could swap out my refrigerator, and I just pushed it all to the side and made a path. Try not to paint the patio. I don't have too much of this left. Yeah, it's never easy doing splatter. I'm gonna go rinse this real quick. Still got a little bit left. So of course, looks like I got a lot on there, but a lot of it's also in the mask and down below where we're not gonna be, part of the cutout, but nice little neon green splatter effect. Sorry that took so long. I had to rinse the paint out. I don't know how well you guys can see that. It's actually going to look pretty cool. And then this is going to be our next color. After all these times of painting, I finally got paint on my table. I know it doesn't look very good at the moment, but I went to zoom in on the body. But that's what we're going for. What's going on, Nitro RC Live? What's up? So not as cool as airbrushing, Brett, but trying to come up with some kind of cool design here. So hot out there, they have no grass. Nope. Like, any grass you see out here, people water it daily or it doesn't stay green. Very little grass. Most yards are rock, just like this. See if we can get a better view over the rail. So this is the landscape in Phoenix. Phoenix, Mesa, whatever, it's all the same. The guy that I got this 2.2 from, when I showed up at his house, he literally had a patch of bright green grass that was no bigger than this table. And I looked at it and you could tell it's that fake grass, and I was like, huh, you got you some green grass, I see. He's like, yep. I said, but at least you don't have to mow it. But it was just the funniest thing, because nothing but brown, dirt, you know, sand, desert, patch of green grass. Me driving down the highway, you know, the on and off ramps, the median, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's all gravel. Like when people say they do landscaping in Arizona, that's the landscaping they do. They plant some bushes. They move palm trees, or plant palm trees and move like the big Sahara cactus, because they don't really grow down in the desert either. They're more up in the mountains. And but yeah, it's all rock. Pretty much, when you're driving through, like just out on the open road, you'll see little shrubs. Most bushes aren't any bigger than what you see out here. Most of them aren't even that big, but there's some trees. Not like normal trees, what I'm used to, but there's some. And you know, anything beyond what you see out in the desert as you're driving, everything else is imported, because there ain't much out here. It's desert. But then there's certain real nice areas where there's lots of palm trees, lots of green trees, but they're all imported. And you know, unless you water it daily, you can't keep anything green unless it's designed to be in the desert. Vegas is even taking away all the grass from all the apartments and putting in rock. Yeah, in really dry places, like, it takes a lot of water, it costs a lot of money. Any yard you see around here that has green grass, they water it daily, they manicure the shit out of it, because, I mean, it is what it is, right? It's desert. But one thing there's an abundance of out here are pigeons. I don't know why, but there are pigeons everywhere. And then everything has like carports, all the parking, like most, not like Walmart and stuff, but most apartment complexes, a lot of businesses, especially if it's a higher end place. Most places out here have a carport. That green's really starting to pop through the yellow. When we get the white backer on it, it'll really stand out. Come on, zoom out. It's like it was stuck. Yeah, if I lived out here, that'd be one thing I'd want to put in my yard is one of those big old cactus. I think I'm saying it right, Swahara. Them things are really cool and they're protected. But I don't know if you guys ever seen the skeleton, that's like under the cactus, like inside of the cactus, but it almost looks like you know how like wicker baskets are made, how it's like all the pieces cross. That's kind of how the inside of it looks, except it's more open. It just has that crossing pattern. It's hard to explain, but you should look up basically the skeleton of a Swahara, and people sell them for big money. But you have to have a special permit to dig them up and move them. Especially on these more fluorescent colors, you always want to hold it to light and see if you can see through it. You'll never get it completely to where you can't see through it just because, it's fluorescent. But you'll see light spots in it. And you can judge what, your depth of it, keep it real light. you know, just the more you spray, the darker it'll get. But from what I've seen, you'll never truly get like to where you can't see through it. So you can see my finger there, like it's transparent, translucent, whatever you want to call it. But that's where we gotta hit it with white. All right, Hugh, appreciate you hanging out with us, brother. If Grandma's not on here anymore, tell her we said goodnight. Starting to pop a little bit more. Grandma says I'm here. Hell yeah. See, Grandma can stay with us. Oh, now she's saying goodnight. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Have yourself a good night. And surprisingly enough, for the most part, the masking looks like it's drying up pretty good. Says, what's up? Just gonna sit back and watch tonight. We're just kicking my ass this week. Yeah, I hear you, man. Me too. Appreciate you joining in. I know it just looks like a mess right now, but that's what we got going. You know, with all the splatter I got up here, I almost wish that was part of the design, but pretty much it's all up here in the front. Body looks kick-ass so far. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Probably should have done a different area first. Yeah, that's my lighter color, but we get it back with white, it should protect it. Let's do a couple more coats. And sometimes it's hard figuring out the design that you want to do with these. To get up at 4:30 with Grandpa. I gotta get up at 2:30. Are you gonna tint the windows? My plan is to. I have that smoke. What is it? PS. PS31 smoke. So yes. I was going to do the last one, but I peeled everything off and had forgotten about it. And at that point, I didn't want to get a bunch of overspray. Changes of metallic paints are hard to figure out for the back, and that's for sure. Yeah, they'd be a pain in the ass. But a little bit of practice. All right, I think we're good for another coat. The main thing is getting it back. Like if you do a lighter color first, getting it back really helps. Assuming that you are keeping the cans outside just to keep the paint warm. No, because the cans I'm actually painting with, I'm leaving in here. I was holding down the paper because when I do the splatter, I didn't want to splatter all over the patio. I did that the other day and had to clean it up. So they're basically just paperweights. Yeah, now it's brightening up quite a bit. Gotta be careful. Of course, you don't want to make it too thick and cause runs. There's the start of it anyways. Alright. That was fun. Oh, thank you, sir. Some people keep the cans in warm water. No, yeah, I get you. When it's like really cold, yeah, that's a good idea. It'd probably work better if I put them outside and let them get warm. But, I mean, it seems like no matter what I do, the paint's gonna chip. Especially when you're hitting it hard at the track. But what I'm thinking is, back is gonna be darker. Maybe. Once you start racing, your shit is all over the place. Almost looks like a junkyard. Yep. Let's see. Oh, and you know how I've always dealt with this overspray and ended up with like you know, marbling effect. I was watching one of the guys that does airbrushing, and one of the things they do to prevent that is, if I caught what he was saying right, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he was saying that they put isopropyl alcohol in the gun, and then just like they're spraying water at the body, but you know, it's alcohol, and then it just evaporates. Apparently that helps out quite a bit. So something to think about if you don't want to deal with the overspray. Let's see. I think this back here is gonna be my darker. Either way, they're both going to be, either color I choose, they're both going to be like translucent. So what I think I'm going to do, just lightly give it a score around my masking. Since I painted the whole thing, or you know, spread the whole thing with the liquid mask, just to give it a breaking point, so when I go to peel it off, it's not peeling into the next section. See how well this is working. Oh, sweet. And I can actually feel it cutting through it, and I'm not scratching the body, so it's actually pretty good practice. It's hard to see with the paint on there. Now, if you're doing this where you're masking it ahead of time and then cutting it out, you want to do all your cuts before you start painting. Otherwise, you're just not going to see it. And all I'm trying to do is just give the mask a place to break loose so it doesn't peel the mask off of parts that I don't want it to. Well, if you smiles, what's up? How you doing, brother? Oh, and yeah, JW's got a buddy that did a really nice airbrush job on his buggy body. That thing was pretty slick, man. I'm trying to peel up my reel tape. You know, if you have to redo any of it, it's not the end of the world. So don't let it discourage you if it doesn't. Like if you go to peel it up and it's messing up your actual masking. I know it's a pain in the butt, but it can be redone. So now you're trying to get into the next section. Yeah, they even sell the tweezers at the hobby store that's got the bend in it, so you can reach in and pick stuff like this up. Thought about getting them. Well, the green splatter's falling off of the... Well, at least it's dry. It'll come out. Just got to make sure I get rid of it before I start doing any painting. What's up, Jason? How you doing? Raw, what's up, brother? How's it going, my guy? I don't know if you guys were here and seen that, but that's what we got so far. And it's just this front section. How's you guys doing tonight? Yeah, so you just gotta realize as you're doing this, especially having that splatter effect because it'll flake off real easy. just got to make sure that you get it all off before you start painting. No. And also when you're peeling this stuff, you don't want to go from the points back because it'll do what it's doing to me now, to where it's trying to peel it. JP, what's up? How you doing? Look at good fade going on there, Addict. Thank you, sir. It's not really a fade, so to speak. It's just it's painted up to the line, then the rest of it's masked, however you say it. But thank you, anyways. Probably gonna have to get like a towel to wipe this out. It's got this little booger stuck to it. Yeah, some of them are stuck around to wipe it out. Big boys is back. What's up? Well, let's see, my red cat spur, I tried a different football pattern. One more I'm gonna try Kyosho. Looks identical to the VTX one. May just have to run the stock spur. What red cat do you have? But the HSP is the same as the red cat. Oh yeah, they're exactly the same. I think Komodo, HSP, Exceed, red cat, all the same parts. Hope I didn't make it too thin down in here. This is not the best place to have mask. I've not bought a RC car for 2 weeks. I'm going through withdrawal. That's surprising, JP. You're like a one car a day kind of guy. What would be the next one? Exactly, Jason. What would be the next one? Good finger action. Must be an electrician. Buy something for RC nearly every day. I mean, I make my purchases weekly. Can't always do like a model. Sometimes parts is all we need. It's been a minute since I got anything off eBay because I keep getting stuff here locally, which I'm all for supporting the local track. But especially down there at the Nitro compound, if they have it, I'm gonna get it from them. Even if it's a couple bucks more, it's convenient. and it supports the locals. But trust me, when it's something I can't find locally, I'll be right up eBay's butt. Now, technically still have the entire upgrade kit I have not even opened. Let me get that Z01B out this weekend if the weather holds up. Hell yeah. Man, it's hard to tell what's on the inside and what's on the outside. Now's one of those times I wish I had me one of those cans of air to make sure all the loose stuff is blown out. I think that got it all. What do you guys think? Should we go ahead and throw the next layer on here? Clean this up just a little bit. Man, can't tell when they're on the inside or the outside. I think that's all of it. Could get a little like specks all up in there. Let's see. It's fun. It's like watching paint dry. Candor. There's your friend. Oh no. Travis says yes. You can buy cordless blowguns now. Yeah. Hey. This puts out some air. I think that helped. Yeah, I looked at the cans of air this past week, and I didn't find any at Costco, and at Walmart I found like a 2-pack for $12. And I was like, man, I thought for sure you'd get them cheaper than that, so I didn't jump on it yet, in case I could find it somewhere else cheaper. Does anybody got any suggestions on location and pricing? I haven't seen Often Guy tonight. He must actually be working. Okay. Let's see. Amazon. Okay. I don't really do much with Amazon, but I'll have to look into it. The wife's got an account, but I always do eBay. All right. So, grab my 2 colors. Damn, I already put the table over here, so. I hope this color scheme works out. Man, Lotus is missing out on all the cans shaking. Time for the magic stuff. So this one is the PS8 light green. It's really hard to hit your mark with a rattle can, but I think I accomplished what I was wanting to. But yeah, it's not the easiest thing in the world to keep a small footprint. All aspects, didn't even see you in there, brother. What is up, my guy? Sorry, wasn't trying to be rude. I'm glad Jason threw your name out there. I might not have even seen it. I think that's about all I'm going to do, because if I try to do any more, I'm going to end up with way too much. I just want like the points. It's not bad. As a stadium, the same man calls, I'm great love you. Take care. Appreciate you, bro. I guess that's going to look pretty cool. Kind of had this paint scheme in my head, not knowing for sure how it would look on the body. So at this point, we're just hoping and praying. Somebody's grilling something out there and it smells good. What do you guys think of that? Pretty decent. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate you. Not enough green. Oh, really? Now you're gonna tell me that? Not enough green here. I mean, you know, maybe next time. Of course, you'd say that. Now, if that's an honest opinion, that's good to know. So I know maybe in the next one I could do more. I wanted it to look like it was just like a, I don't know, kind of like a frost tip. I mean, a green frosting, but you know, we like honesty. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, well, now I don't know if you're serious or not. So by the time it's all said and done, you won't even notice that green. Alright, so TK18 says more green. He says just like my green. Yeah, I can see that in your profile. I like green too. My wife would probably say the same thing. Needs more green. She really likes the neon green, but she also likes this. She likes any green, but the neon green's her favorite. Like, I hate to say if she could have a car in that color, she would take it, but probably so. So what TK is saying, the whole thing should be green. I mean, it's got green throughout. I was thinking about maybe even making this stripe back here that green. But I don't know. May take away from the rest of what I was doing. Definitely use at least one more coat. Oh, it looks like I even got some green back here and I wasn't really trying to. Now we're cool. Now we're cooking. Yeah. I don't know. You think it would odd to have multiple colored pinstripes? Because my original plan was to do them all the same. Stock Sport is 16 bell and VTX gives me 9.9321 final ratio. That's a pretty big ratio. I've got 2 cans away. This one's almost empty. A bunch of people over at the pool, and this is really the only time to go to the pool. It's still hot out, but you're not baking in the sun. Actually, the nighttime out here is the best time to hit the pool. I did some night swimming back when we were kids and we came out and visited our dad. You know, every house out here has a pool, rich or poor. But it was really cool swimming at nighttime. I don't know if you guys have ever done much of that, but seem fairly tall geared already. Yeah, because don't you want it? What, like a 3-to-1 or something? I don't know. I'm not real good with the gearing. I just know I know how to make the gears taller. You know how to make it go faster or how to give it more torque, but I don't know the ratios. Really starting to make that purple and that green pop. $38.11 for this 3.4. Thank you, Jay. JP, appreciate you, brother. .4616 center diff is 2.875. Isn't that right about where you want it? Right around that 3 mark? I don't know how to do the math on it, but I feel like I've seen that somewhere. this car's gonna weigh like 10 pounds with all the paint. So far, it looks like I have very minimal, if any, bleeding. In some of these curved areas here, I was a little worried about it, but in that, I don't think that's, can't tell. I don't think that's bleeding. Or is it right there? I don't know. For the most part, looks like we're is that bleeding? I guess maybe a hair there. It's like we missed it with the green, but we got it with the purple. And when you put the base coat on, it will pop. Oh yeah. Yes, sir. Alright, now I'm just trying to get some white on it so when I do the next one, I don't affect the shade of the purple and that light green. Yeah, some of these colors are real close and it's hard to tell like which one needs to go first. And then of course you got like regular colors and then the fluorescent colors, and I should probably do all the regular colors first, but it didn't flow with my plan. I think I got a good solid coverage on there. That should be enough. Probably put that outside and just let it bake. Yeah, that's really sticking out now. And of course, the body only comes to here, so all this big hunk of purple back here isn't going to exist. And then the cut lines up here, so it's only so much of it here that's purple. Yeah, at the moment it looks like a big old chunk of dark purple on there. I don't know, I wasn't planning on it, but what do you guys think about that light green here? I mean, I don't know that I want to, I'm just wondering what your all's thoughts are. The same color we sprayed in the tips. I'm gonna move this back over here. Of course, and I couldn't see it over there, but man, there's a lot of green from the static. Damn it, I wasn't really wanting that. Oh well. It is what it is now. Should do something wild like pink. What? Man, you're giving away my secrets, bro. Box stock says 11.69 to 1. or white. I don't know, white just seems like it'd be odd in the mix back there at this point. Anyway, that's too many numbers for me tonight. Big Boys is back again. What do you think, Big Boys? I guess I'm gonna have to start spritzing these things down with alcohol to keep that overspray from building up like that. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but a lot of it will get cut out with the head, but you're still gonna see some of it. When it was dark over there, I couldn't really see it. Showing a couple tanks through the ST833, hell yeah. Seriously, it needs to be loud color. I mean, I already had that sitting out there. It's going in, but I know. I was thinking maybe that green, but if I end up doing the rest of the stripes in pink, that might look odd. Anyways, we still got a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and let's see if we can get this peeled. Should be able to peel this window masking without peeling up the tape. masking is stuck to the tape. Tell you what though, if you accidentally get the masking peeling up, it's a lot harder to get it to lay back down than masking tape itself. A little more forgiving, or the masking tape's a little more forgiving. There we go. It's fixed. So impressed how easy breaking was in the STS. Yes, some engines like that are real easy to break in. You know, the well-made ones. Man, this is nerve-wracking this far into the game. Definitely don't want to mess it up now. Go. Got a little bit of wet masking in there. Yeah, it's another thing you gotta be careful with is doing it too soon like I'm doing. And your masking will still be wet. What body is this for? This is for the Techno, my new one. The 2.2. Trying to come up with a couple different things for the race season. You know, if I have them ahead of time, I won't have to worry about it so much. When trying to race, or learn to race anyways. You know, I'm sitting there thinking about it. It's like, man, I hope you guys are actually enjoying watching, because sometimes I forget the camera's rolling and I'm concentrating on what I'm doing and I don't say anything. So I do apologize if you was wanting me to be talking. I know some people can talk while they do this stuff, but it takes some talent. Alright, don't you be letting the paint in. Almost got it too thin here to where it doesn't want to peel off. If you guys ever experienced that before, but when you get this shit too thin, it just flakes off and a pain in the ass. Come on now. Whew. That was close. Kids, be careful with the X-Acto knives. I didn't realize that spot was that big to paint. I changed mine, paint that orange. Yeah, that centerpiece is huge. And yeah, that is the next color up. Come on, get off there. Getting down to those last few little pieces, kind of hard to tell where I need to be. Or what all I've got left to peel. I think it's just this one last little piece to get out here to the tip. Don't you break. Almost there. All right, well, I barely got there, but I had to get that tip. I didn't realize you guys were turned over that way so far. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Yeah, that point. Had to get it completely exposed so I could paint to it. Another thing you gotta make sure of is you don't have any masking stuck down in these little corners, because then it looks odd. I feel like it moved on me a little bit. Yeah, I need to get it back in its original position, or it's gonna look odd. Yeah, that would be a little too much pink for me. Orange would look better. Well, then, so I was talking about this, just this little strip thing here that doesn't attach to anything. That's what I was talking about hitting with that green. But originally my plan was just to make all the pinstripes the same color, and I think I'm going to stick with that. That's closer to its position. Some of these corners are real tough to get it where we need it. Got some liquid mass stuck down here that I almost didn't recognize. I almost didn't realize it was there. I think the pinstripes will look cool and white. Yeah. It wasn't part of my plan, but I do think they would look cool and white. First thing now is making sure everything that's supposed to be exposed is exposed. Get these little hangy things that they want to block the paint. I think that's where the pink should be. Oh, we're on to something here. Alright. So, it's kind of dark outside and you guys won't be able to see me anyways, so I'm going to go hit this real quick with my next color. So give me 1 sec. You guys still with me? Hell yeah. It turned out sweet like last ride, I can already tell. So this time I am going to clean off this extra fuzzy butt. Basically, just like the other end, I hit the tips, just the tip, with the green. Guess a little bit of that marble effect's not going to look too bad, but I don't want that much green in there. I think I'm going to try that alcohol thing for the overspray and the static. The guy I was watching said it's like a problem that they have in airbrushing, and one of the ways that they solve it is by misting it with alcohol. So I got a lot of it up, but what do you think? Just enough green? I don't know if TK's still in here. It's probably not enough green for TK. Alright, I'm going to start the final color. Bear with me, like I said, it's dark outside, you can't see anything anyway, so I'm just going to go spray it. And I'll bring it back and show you here in just a sec. But yeah, to Jason's point, that body last ride, the grave robber, That was one of the coolest looking paint jobs that I think I've done. And old John D's enjoying it. I probably should have done some more splatter up here. That orange is probably just going to be a bunch of solidness. I think it'll be alright though. What do you think? Decent scheme? We'll be able to really tell once we get the pinstripes done and the white backing. I think there'll be a little bit of that green overspray left in there. Give it a small tad bit of marbling. TK says, "Looks good." Is that enough green for you, bud? And really, it's not going to have a lot of that green in the windshield, but well, thank you, appreciate it. This is probably one of my most, what would you call it, like elaborate schemes. It's going to be one of the better ones together. It looks good too. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. It looks fast. Thank you, JP. It's got an interesting flair to it for sure. right back. Oh, thank you, JW. Appreciate you, bro. I thought you'd be signed off by now. Well, it just kept going and going and going. As soon as I get this orange color done, yeah. And then I'll peel the rest of this probably tomorrow, paint it, and then you guys will see it in a short finished. Definitely not going to finish it tonight, but we were trying, but we're not going to make it. Probably could have gotten a little more green in the tips, but I didn't want to overdo it, so. Hoping that orange don't bleed too much into my pinstripes. I think it's okay. When you get masking, the liquid mask on part of the tape and then part of it you don't, it looks like you got bleeding. So it's hard to tell at this stage. And I look at it, I'm like, oh no. But I think there's like a tiny bit there, but really I think it's doing pretty good. We'll give it one more coat. See how she looks. So we're about, let's say 95% finished. I'm backing in white. Yeah, I'm gonna back in white. You gonna do the pinstripes in white? Nope. Nope. I guess white wouldn't look too bad, but I already had something else planned. think Jay. I think Jason may be onto something. Hit that pretty thick. I think I'll wait till tomorrow to do the white backer on that. But yeah, I can't wait to finish it and peel it. I'm pretty proud of it. I think it'll look like it goes really fast around the track. It may not move so fast, but it will look like it. Yeah, maybe next time a touch more green coming off the tips. But I just wanted like a hint of it. You know, it would kind of blend with the splatter, and then like it's, I don't know. It was just kind of a thought, but probably should have done just a tad bit more. Like TK says, you can never have too much green. You look good either way. Yeah. TK says pink. What's wrong with pink? So it keeps standing out loud. Exactly. It's a maybe. I mean, hell, I could even do it in black. But, you know, if that's the case, should have done black first. So I think even with the white backer, it would start darkening up the colors. But thank you very much, Northeast. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out for as long as you did. You guys are troopers. We'll definitely get this finished up tomorrow night. I'll finish the pinstripes. I'll get it all backed in white. Peel it, and then before I cut it, I'll do. Oh, and I'm gonna tint the windows as well. And then before I trim it out, we'll do a short video of it. So I'm pretty proud of it. I'm glad you guys seem to like it. So, anyways, thank you guys very much. I appreciate you hanging out with me for what, 3.5 hours. So very awesome. You guys are a kick-ass crowd. I will see you guys Monday. Tony might help me do a video on Sunday, but I doubt it'll be a live. It'll probably just be a video. So maybe be looking forward to that. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate you, brother. You guys have yourselves a good night. I will see you all Monday for sure. Much love and peace.